he is and his story and what he thinks. He's very, I think James deserves all the credit he's getting, all the success, all the media appearances. You know, he deserves everything he's getting. But there's other people saying other stuff that Dave's not saying. And that's not to say that Dave has to say it, and that's not to say that Dave should say it. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, Charlie's playing this game where he's like, I'm not going to say this. And then I'm going to bash everybody else and talk about it because they're too far gone.
If I play Miracle a full game, those kind of plays to be incorporated in his offenses. Like I said, I can play the nigga, but I like throwing the ball deep. He can't throw the deep ball.
Everything's racist, it's sexist, you're really racist. And now, you know, Charlie's like, yeah, H1B visas are a scam. But in 2019, Charlie was like, whoa, I don't want to talk about white stuff. Okay, I get it, you don't have to. But if you're not if you're going to be a certain yourself a gatekeeper, you can't be like shitting on people that go deeper than you in certain topics. And it's the same thing with Tucker Carlson. I like Tucker Carlson a lot. I don't think he has to do anything else. I don't think he has to say anything. I'm not here to do. You have to talk about. I love Tucker, but if Tucker's going to then take pot shots at other people that are saying more than him, you got to make sure you're right. You got to make sure like you're good. I don't know. It's just I think that's all going to catch up with people. Not in like a crazy nefarious way, but I think they're trying so hard to say, I'm the line. Are you? You know, you're the line? Okay. I mean, if you say so, but I don't know. It's like, I'm the line that's edgy enough but not too edgy. People are going to do that to you, you know? People do that to Charlie and Tucker every day where they're like, he's too far. I'm the line. I'm the line and Tucker's too far. Tucker says, I'm the line and he's too far. Charlie says, I'm the line and he's too far. If you say so, you know, I'm not saying I'm the line. You know, some people think I go too far, some people think I don't go. I don't think it's something that's politically practices. I don't think it's side with free speeches. I don't get to tell other people that what they're saying is too edgy. I don't even know what too edgy means. I grew up on like just as I come to that. Everything he said was too far, but that was his comedy. Howard Stern went too far. Everybody used to go to. I don't know. They used to like eight guys play went too far. They said now what he's saying is like that crazy people. It's like what is who gets to decide what is too far? Why is it always like some person you on the internet? Something that is too far. Alright, if you say so, I guess. I don't know who please do, but it's not me. I'm not laying a line down. But I would say it's a hot topic, but you don't have to teach them. That seems a little weird. I'm not saying it's a line, but it is the First Amendment. I think the First Amendment's a line for all Republicans. They believe in freedom of speech, and they don't, right? I'm reasonable with my lines. That should be the line of every Republican. If not, how are you using a Republican? But it is a line, but you're not forbidden. That's the part that makes me like, you know, feel a little weird. Let me see. Someone said, he said, Nick, you would raise idolatry and I don't need that hate in my life. Well, you don't need to listen to anybody. You don't need to think about that. You don't need to agree with what he says. Like, I get what you're saying. I'm not saying you have to think that way or watch it or have that in your life. But when you talk about, and I think you were talking the other day, there's got to be some sort of middle ground there. Let's just say you say, race idolatry is hate. Okay, you're saying it's hate. I don't know that it is. But then also idolatry, I don't think any sort of idolatry, especially as a Christian, is necessary. So I agree with you there. But here's what I have to say. It's like, just because you're a Christian, it doesn't mean, like, say your entire hometown. I'm just going to make two examples. Say where you grew up, 50% Asian and 50% white, and you say, I'm a Christian, I don't care about race, it doesn't matter to me, it's just hateful when people talk about it. And then you go back to your hometown 12 years later, and instead of 50% white and 50% Asian, now it's 50% black, 25% Hispanic, 20% Indian, and 5% Somali. I'm just using examples. Do you think it's going to be exactly the same, just as good, because race doesn't matter and it's just idolatry, no people talk about it, and now it's the same exact town because it's another town? You don't have to think it's the same town. And you can be honest about it, whether you're white, Asian, black, Mexican, Somali, it doesn't matter. Haitian, you think people that are Haitian that love America want to come to America and have it be like Haiti? Probably patriots who are Haitian in America don't want to see a town like Haiti because they left the leave after America and they notice the difference. I don't know. I'm not going to speak for other people, but like, this is what Republicans and Christians need to understand that they're 50 years later. You don't have to hate other people. You don't have to idolize a race, your race, and other race. You don't have to do any of those idolatry. And you don't have to, you don't spiritually have to care about race from a religious perspective. But in reality, it's like
The screenplays are big in this game, boy.
yeah, you understand what I'm saying? It's like
I nigga had a whole wall of blocks in front of him.
I'll give you an example where my Italian family grew up. On my grandfather's side of Italian. They grew up in a town that was mostly Italian. When it was mostly Italian, it was really safe and clean. It just was. Now you go to those towns, they're not Italian anymore. And guess what? They're like no-go zones. It's not the same town my ancestors grew up in. It doesn't make you racist for noticing it. These towns are like murder capitals of the country now, when they used to be clean, nice, safe, walkable cities, when there were more Italians in. I don't hate other ethnic groups. I'm not saying Italians are perfect. People used to be racist towards Italians when my parents got here, their grandparents got here, and I'm not crying about it. But, they used to live down on Italians, or white, whatever. But it's not the same city used to be. It doesn't make you an idolater. And I'm not asking you to listen to Nick and care what he says, but if you blow him off and then say, I don't even want to think about that, he's bad, there's got to be a middle ground. And that middle ground is you not having to listen to him, but you have to think about this stuff. Because it's like, Charlie Kirk doesn't really talk about this stuff. Tucker kind of does, but subtly. It's the reality. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell people. People can come to America and become American and we can live in harmony. But the truth is, not everybody wants that. Not every country wants that. Not every refugee is going to, this idea that we have to pretend that everyone coming to America makes America better, it's not true. And I'm not saying everyone makes it worse, but let me just use another example. Let's say we're playing kickball, right? There's 20 people, 10 and 10, and I'm the captain and this guy's the captain. Do I just sit and say, every single one of these players is going to make my kickball team better, so let me just pick the 10 worst players because they're exactly the same as the best players? They're not in no aspect of anywhere in life, ever. Never anywhere. It doesn't matter what sport, what business, what race, what religion. Nowhere on earth is everything exactly the same, except for the fact that we're all in this sort of thing. But it's just like, yeah, everyone's just going to make my kickball team better. No. That guy,
Shit.
he's going to make my kickball team better. That guy sucks. He's going to make my kickball team worse. That guy's good. He's got a bad attitude. He's not a team player. So it's debatable whether he'll make the team better or worse. It's the same as immigrants. This idea that liberals, everyone makes us better. No. Not true. Everyone doesn't make it better, and everyone doesn't make it work. It's a case-by-case basis. You can have 1,000 people who want to be citizens, and I'm not saying I can tell just by looking and talking to them for an hour, but in general, the truth would be those maybe would make America better. Those 49 and it's so America can't want people that will make the country better. We can't be a little bit picky about it. It's so laughable that people even think that it's further up here. Everybody makes our country better. Some do, some don't. Even illegals. I think illegal is illegal, but some illegals do live in America. Even though I'm not pro-breaking the law, just being an honest analyst and be like, yeah, a lot of illegals do really benefit from America. But then also a lot don't. And at a certain point, people in America have the right to say that they don't. If you own the landscaping business and you're getting undercut by illegals, you're allowed to say that it doesn't affect you and you don't like it. It doesn't make you a racist. It's probably true. And then I could be like, I love the free illegals. They're cool with the nation is really helpful. That doesn't make me a leftist. It's just that could be my opinion. But like these generalities, like the left is the one that says everybody benefits America. That's not true. And then you go to the right, and they'll be like, race doesn't even matter. No, religious perspective, I get it. Like, I'm not asking you to go into church and ask people what race they are. Like, that's not what I'm asking you to do. But like, as somebody for national security, just let anyone in from anywhere, it doesn't matter if you're a Republican Christian. Like, this is why the younger generation ends up going towards the Knicks over the Charlies and listening to like the Fox News because there's no other option for these people. It's like either you call them a racist or they provide no alternative. At least I'm providing an alternative, and I'm not doing it to be like, I'm the line, I'm just a guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a gatekeeper, I'm not telling people to do this. I don't care what people want to do. It's like, if you can't figure
That's the dude that don't belong on the field. He's the guy that don't belong. 48. You know, like, he don't belong on the field.
for like 6 years now, and a lot of people are like, we don't even know this. Well, your elections know this. Elon Musk notices. He even talked about how it's the reason that these cities will never go right again. Like, everyone doesn't do the same thing. It doesn't work for the fun. I'm really good at shocking. I'm not that good at golf. Like, I'm not. Do you have to pretend like I'm good at golf? I'm great at soccer. I'm great at rocket sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm a great athlete. I suck at golf. If you don't pick me on your golf team, you're a racist. You hate me because I'm part Puerto Rican and Italian and European, and Polish and Czechoslovakian.
Tired of seeing you on a tail end of plays, Kobe. Tired of seeing that.
You're going to benefit our country for sure. Maybe, but also maybe not. And Americans should be allowed to talk about it and not call it racist or an extreme. It's so basically fundamental to every aspect of life. But then more on the left and the right, act like when it comes to like race, it just doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, but I'm just good at every draft me for the PGA Tour from the first place.
Kobe, tired of seeing you on the tail end of plays.
Every culture, every race, every religion, people should do different things. Everything's not exactly the same. You can want and not want certain things about this. What illegal benefits America? You can make the case for it doesn't. I'm just saying, this is some benefit and do work that people aren't doing. I'm not asking.
And then again, when I bring my other guy in, Kobe's gone. Kobe's gone.
So are we going to forget about the Jeffrey Epstein innocent paper? Who's Jeffrey Epstein? Was he the last president or something? I don't remember. I don't remember that. Are you talking about Jeffrey? You talking about Jim Jordan? Oh, Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm good. But Trump was bad for his Poland, and he told he doesn't have anything to do with anything. He just seems to be hiring all his friends. Whatever. So it's undocumented immigrants who use Social Security going get no benefits. I'm sure that illegal and legal immigrants are taking a lot more benefits than they're not. Like the net exit, I'm sure, for the American taxpayer. A lot of people talk about welfare too. Like everything is, welfare is supposed to help you, but when it incentivizes you to be lazy, then it doesn't help you. So there's people like making TikToks, I have a constant. And now once it's like, your nails are done, your hair's done, you got a cell phone, you have a cell phone, you can't afford a popsicle. Like you can buy all these things without an agency coming, but then you're telling me you can't get $2 off or $1 off for your daughter. It's like I don't know the percentage, but I would assume, this is just me guessing, I would assume that most people getting benefits from the government are abusing them and have gotten accustomed to taking them and not doing it. Are there some people who need them? Absolutely. But the number of people needing them and getting them is not the same. I would assume that there's a huge majority of taking them to the system. But I don't know. These are not my area. You said Gazelle Maxwell is 45 minutes away from you? claim Giselle's a clean name, or you trying to like rebrand her to the public? They're like, all right, we're going to pardon her for Trump's handlers, because they probably will. You don't know who Trump's handlers are by this point, you're stuck. And if you know who Trump's handlers are, you'll know they want Ghislaine Maxwell out of jail, because she's probably done really good work. But anyway, you know, it's like, you got to rebrand her. Ghislaine Maxwell. We'll put her on the Kardashian. We'll put her on the Kardashian. Ghislaine Maxwell. Her legs, her words, and skills that make, fly. But I'm sure there are thousands and everything about they doing the exact same thing fun about the U.S. government. I probably talked about it a bunch, but you have to understand, when it comes to who really running the show in America, I don't think they ever really wanted to charge Epstein because they saw Epstein as an asset. You understand? Same with like Ghislaine Maxwell. I don't think they moved into a low security, like really bougie, like celebrity thing. They're helping. It's because at the end of the day, this is just my unprofessional opinion that might be illegal thing, so I'm saying before they pass safety laws.
I knew you gonna drop that shit, yo. I knew he's gonna drop that shit.
So, like, it's a threat to all the public in Washington as well. If they charge Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell for the thing that they're all doing, then they could get in trouble. So I feel like it's also like a precedent sort of thing. Like with Jeffrey Epstein, it's like, the cameras didn't work, the products didn't work. Only the Lord knows what's going to Epstein. It's because in general, it's like that doesn't happen unless you're bigger than the jail. Like he's bigger than the jail. And Pastor Hub's not going to talk about that or whatever. But it's like, this topic, in my opinion, makes Trump nervous. Because not only does Trump know Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, I feel like he's doing essentially the same thing as they're doing. He's being like somewhat of a double agent, working for a different country and leveraging the American relationship with that country. And if that is what they were doing, why would Trump want to charge his friends for doing what he's literally doing? If he could charge them for doing what he's doing, then he's going to get into big trouble as well. But he's not going to get into big trouble, and nobody is, because nobody cares about this stuff. But what I'm talking about is not the sex crimes that they talk about that they're doing. I'm talking about the fact that
you know what? I was doing dumb shit. I was doing dumb shit. I'm the wrong nigga.
Yep. And Trump, like, doesn't want to talk about that. He's bad people. I don't think he looks at Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein and think, oh, they're horrible people who have hurt them. I think he thinks of them like, I remember hanging out with them. I don't know what they did. I don't know. We'll see them. But when it's all said and done, it's the same thing as like, Marty was talking about APAC, registering under flowers. If you look up the information, because, a lot of people will push this conspiracy theory, so if you look it up, you can find that even AI has said it was true. Before APAC, there was another Zionist lobbyist group, I don't remember the exact name, but it was a something, or I don't know. But whoever the predecessor to APAC was, JFK and John F. Kennedy and his Attorney General were trying to make them register as foreign agents, because every foreign lobbyist has to register as foreign agent. So when you see all these newscasters who are essentially Israel first, they'll be like, Israel not even the number one lobbyist in Washington, according to countries. It's because their lobby doesn't have to register like every other country. So the hundreds of millions that they're spending, and in some cases like the billions that they're spending over the course of election cycles, if you not only add up impact, if you also add up the billionaires who give literally $500 million to the GOP.
Where's that nigga going? There's no other nigga on our side.
It's not even close, and also includes like media networks as well. It's not even close, but people say it's probably the top three of you. It's like, because they don't have to register as much. That's why it doesn't come up in the registry. It's still not registered. JFK was trying to make them register, the predecessor to APAC, whatever the Zionist lobbyist group was, and as a foreign agent. And then when he died, the next president didn't look into it as much as JFK did, so nothing really became of it. So now, 50, 60 years later, Martin Taylor Greene has done the same thing. He's like, register as a foreign agent. Trump doesn't talk about it because Trump works for the lobbyist. Like, why does Trump talk about it? Yeah, it's the same thing. He's trying to kick out comments.
They call me no jump ball on no 6'2", 6'4" nigga.
He's made a video, or he said on a Hawkins radio show that he thinks that Israel used to literally own Congress, and rightfully so. He thinks Israel rightfully used to own our Congress, and it pisses Trump off that now AIPAC and Israel's lobby only really controls like 80 to 90% of our Congress, like or at least lobbies and people. And then there's like a few people in the Democratic Party, like Ilhan Omar, who's dumb, Rashida Tlaib, who's dumb. I don't like these people, they're stupid. But at the same time, it's like there's literally like 30, 40 people max that aren't funded by AIPAC and Trump. And Trump's looking twisted mind to like need to get out the people who oppose Israel so that Israel can literally own Congress. But you can't say that. But Trump can say on the internet that he thinks that they literally used to own Congress and rightfully so. And now he's trying to frame it as like, dude, Congress is just overrun with anti-Israel people. Bro, there's like 20 people max that vote against foreign aid impeachment. Like, I mean, maybe more at some bills, but it's like Thomas Massey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz's not there. I mean, I don't even know the other ones. And then on the Democratic side, like, a massive majority, far over 50%, are party by Asia. So it's like, this is the Fox News, Trump brings false opposition, Zionist twist on everything. If he can convince you that Congress is getting overrun, when the reality is the exact worst, he's trying to literally compromise on Congress to reform nations. Like the boomers that listen to Trump, they think like everything's twisted. They think the Democratic Party is like pro-Palestine. The Democratic Party funded Israel. Israel killed tens of thousands of people in Joe Biden's office, and they did nothing wrong. Here's a little bit of aid, here's a floating, you know, and then it just like floats out the street. But then, like, if you watch Zionist media, they'll just like everything that they're paying for you is all fake. So you're like, oh man, the Democrats are all siding with Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar has like zero power. The Democratic Party is run by Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, Chuck Schumer. These people are proud pro-Israel Zionists. They're just like Donald Trump. They did the same things as Trump.
Throw the ball! The fuck? He wouldn't throw the ball. The fuck, yo?
And then when I watch on Fox,
Look, I'm trying. Nigga doing dodge moves. The fuck?
How the big utility is done so craftily, where they're like, yeah, well, we're fighting the left. Yeah, but the left sucks. I'm not saying the left doesn't suck.
The fuck?
Realize how there's riding slash twisting your brain to be a stressful. So you're doing the wrong things thinking you're fighting the left. It's a lot of double tasking going on that people are not capable of doing because they don't have an understanding. And I know there's other people who listen to like podcasts and stuff, but the average like over 40, 50-year-old, they sit and watch Fox News all day. They listen to their Jeffco, they listen to you know, and that's what they don't. They don't realize that it's just like 7 hours of simplistic brain rot propaganda that's giving you like 70, 80% truth. And then when everything's really matters, it's giving you the other direction. It would be like if we were running a 4-lap marathon. It would be not only say a mile one. And I was like, on the first 3 laps, we're going to have the fastest time, and I'm going to help you get the fastest time. We're going to beat everybody. But then on the 4th lap, on the 4th lap, we're going to take you off to the woods, and you're going to lose the race. That's big opposition involved in India. It's like, it's hard for people to realize, because they're like, but they're telling you the truth about the transgender bathroom. But they got Riley Gaines on television. She's just going to get women. You know, they're pointing out Gavin Newsom stuff. And Adam Schiff going to...
Oh, shit, what happened right there? What the fuck?
It's in the lead by a long shot, and then they're telling people that all really matters, $1 for the war, the First Amendment, everything that's going to affect future generations, and the thing that slumped our country. They're like, actually, run that way, and then run the wrong way and it's race. That's what big opposition does. It seems to believe this because it's really close. These fake people and on pages who brainwashed the naive boomers for decades now, like the X-22 reports and such, they're crafting a story that's just twisting everything. So, like, instead of telling you that he's doing all these things, he's passing HB laws, he's hired administration, acts like foreign agents, they're like, maybe he's rushing the vaccine to save. Maybe it does this, and maybe it's like I could do that too. I have a high enough IQ. I could twist everything that Trump does for the better, and be like, well, the reason he's doing this is for this, to save this. Now it becomes a religion. Now you're literally creating a religion around Donald Trump, where instead of viewing him as a flawed politician who's going to do some good things and some things for the establishment, and he's going to cave on some issues, like every president in the last 30 years has been Trump caving.
Number 3, the rookie. Number 3, the rookie.
Now you're basically delegating your power and becoming useless and being like, I'm going to create a religion around Donald Trump where it's just like Jesus Christ, you're just like God, everything is a lesson. It's a blessing or a lesson. I mean, spiritually, it's good to be calm and not freak out about stuff, but when your religion becomes worshiping a politician and twisting everything he says or does to a professional and make up something where, it's like, God, I got fired from my job, so, God, I got fired for a reason. Teach me a lesson or get another job. It's like Donald Trump. He stole vaccines for the deep state and $30 trillion to destroy our economy, but that's a small price to pay to take arrest all the people who are never getting arrested. It's like, it's a religious trust that people have now. They create a cult religion around twisting what he does. Well, maybe Gavin Newsom did this to protect us from the virus. Same thing the left does with their politics. It's wild. But, I'll read it. But,
I threw that shit dumb late. I was fucked that up.
doing it for the game.
I don't know what.
What'll happen in the
Scab game.
I have no idea. Trump's going to be maybe he's going to be like, I want this. And put it in the well, I want this. Listen to daddy. In the wood, but I have land. I'm the landscape. And then it's get the world with food. You kidding? I need to go on the good. Thank you. Thanks for asking. We did that before. It's broken. Until there's something close to like sentences. You got a question. You got a question. Everybody says it's so good. The question does keep it. There's coming on board and structure. And what's it, over 6 years in prison for nothing for COVID propaganda? What, when Donald Trump runs the money, it's a secret, super secret plan to save the world from a 6-year lockdown. Because I'm against socialism, but with Donald Trump out there, I think that's close. We might be trusting the plan here, too. I mean, geez, if you can't get the taxpayer money to rights to the public, but maybe that's all part of the secret plan to arrest him shit in 7 years. First, he gets really scared, and Ellen's different. This movie's violent. It's like, oh, God. Oh, shit. I just got attacked by a water. That's anti-water is we need to speak to stop water from saying that it's joined just in time to hear Dominic's comedy. I think I'm really funny. Like, on a scale of like 1 to really funny, like, I think, here's what I think. On a scale of like 1 to really funny, I think I'm, stop. Show on. Alright, so I got a joke for you. Zelensky and Putin locked in up. Right? And Trump said, why would we not security right? I appreciate y'all. This is going to be a long night here in the last factory, okay? So, I walked into the mail store, and I saw Nancy Pelosi there. And I looked at her and I said, hey, Nancy Pelosi, why are you doing so good at the stock market, kid? Man, I really said that to him. So that's what makes him funny. Yeah, it's like breaking the third wall. So I had a friend named Dan, right? He was in the QAnon, right? So I saw Dan at a barber shop, and I said, "You trust the plan, Dan?" Seriously, seriously, you guys are like, you guys are just. Is there ivermectin in your drinks or something? Does somebody put ivermectin in your drinks? For the experience, I mean. You get it? Because, like, right?
What in the world? Steven ran backwards. I thought you supposed to cut upfield. Nigga never turned upfield. That's a glitched play.
So I said just in time for the applause. Yeah, it's really authentic. It's pretty big deal. 400 people there.
That's you played a glitched play.
He's like, in order to stop the lure, you get that schedule. And then Trudeau's like, that's part of Canada. It's like, I don't care, it's theirs. Israel gets Alaska, and Zelensky gets your tax dollars. I don't know. The future of the USA is more nervous than some people today. That's a really Alaska everything. Alaska is one of my favorite places by the I've been there summer twice. Beautiful, amazing. I mean, I don't live there, so I don't know what life is like there, but Alaska is super. It's a good place. Alaska cruise, trust me, do it. If you've ever been like, I was thinking about it, but unsolicited. Let's do 2 more questions, and then we're going to take off, okay? I need to do something with my life, but I'm going to probably end it at this one, have a really good one tomorrow, so if that one goes well, I'll take more time to do more reports like that, but I'm inspired to do it. I'm not going to take it away. Someone said, dude, I was in the U.S. 2 months ago, it was in 5 or 6 different cities, believe me, the U.S. is the growth within. And this is my point, thank you for bringing the hype. Yeah, let's look at let's just look at the United States. You're a foreigner. We appreciate you. Thank you. I mean, a visitor, a traveler. I live here. LA is a disaster. Portland, disaster. San Francisco, disaster. Seattle, disaster. Austin, Texas is one of my least favorite places I've ever been. At least on Joe Rogan Street, sorry for that street stuff. Texas, it's okay. Certain parts, but like this city, New York City, disaster. Tampa's pretty cool. I like Tampa. I've never been to Miami, but New York, Texas, there's some good places. No. But a lot of
Like how you read that wrong like that, yo? Who that? Kobe again?
And I want to see politicians talking about that, not flying to Israel every 2 seconds. It's like Congress is like an Israeli dance party, or an Israeli I don't know, an Israeli nightclub. It's like every you go to their social media, you think they live in Israel. It's like no one's talking about the fact that our country is falling apart because they don't want to admit it's falling apart because then they have to take responsibility. It feels to me, on the public, on the trees, it feels to me like Americans are sinking ship and they're just looting it as it's sinking. It's like, let's just take as much as we can out of it as it's going. That's what it feels. But there's even a lot of foreign countries that America makes fun of, they probably have some better cities than America. I'm not saying every foreign country, because I'm sure London's a disaster too, but I'm sure there's safer, cleaner cities in some foreign countries that are being our cities. How long do I think they're going to go before they make us completely digital with a currency via stablecoin? Me personally, I'm not afraid of that because I don't think they need a coin to control it. I think they already control it. They control everything like, they have everything surveilled. We pay taxes every year. It's not like a stable point is going to be the final thing. Like, oh, now they got us with the coin. They already have everything. Everybody uses digital cards. Everything is in these tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like AI knows what you want more than you know what you want for a month. But somehow, like, I think they're reading your mind. Like, I'll do something in silence without telling anybody, and I'll get mad for it in 10 minutes. It's insane. They're beyond listening to us. So yeah, I don't think that I'm not afraid of stable coin or digital coin. I don't know that they'll ever do that, but if they do, it's just on transfer or they already have something like this. But not worry about it. Someone said you're funny, but you're not drunk. Look at that.
6'4".
You think I'm funny and get good and drunk, so it's my thing. I do on that statement. We're trying to go to Seattle and we're going to be revitalizing it. Good luck. I mean, Seattle's a great place when it's not super disgusting, so I don't know what they're doing, but hopefully it's permanent, not temporary. It's the only thing. Not when you look at the games talking electronic harassment, a lot of toxic individuals like the reason why instead of saying, I mean, I think for a fact, like, I don't know how I'm going to know about it in my mind, but I was doing something that I didn't talk about, and it was like, I literally thought, like, I literally just, like, I thought in my head, and then I got an app with that thought. Like, I don't think there was a way that it could have done without it. I'm trying to think of how it would have possibly known, but it happened 10 minutes after something I did, where it was like it was almost like in my head, I was like, I need to go to the store and get a paper towel. There's something of that skill, and then it was like, I was like, how did you know? I never said it, never typed it, and literally just typed it. Literally said it. So, someone said tinfoil hats exist for a reason. Yeah, shout out to the tinfoil hat game. I mean, you guys were way ahead of time. Wearing the hats and what are those for? So AI doesn't read my mind and give me an app for something I just thought of. But I already have questionable fashion. My attire's already kind of questionable, so the last thing I see is myself there.
Y'all gotta stop dropping back like that.
Someone said Anomaly never made MC laugh as hard as Trump did. No, that's true. Trump made him laugh really hard at one time. They were like, Trump was doing his little YMCA dance. He was like, hey, MC, look over there. I don't know what he said. That's comedy. Trump, don't sue me, okay? Don't sue me, Trump. This is comedy. But Trump was like, moving through with MC a little pointing, and MC was like, oh, Trump. Oh, God. And Trump's like, go to my spot with your kid after this stuff. You can't do this go work with your kid. And then Trump's like, oh, what about that? Trump's like, he's still in my spot where you guys gotta watch that clip. They're like, is it true that Jeffrey Epstein, was taking workers from Mar-a-Lago because it's fine, I'll protect all the vendors of you. Yes, he was taking workers from that big different spot, some say to this spot, and they didn't take photos, I said, Jeffrey, over,
Why did I? If he didn't do the. I fucked that up. I've been fucking up, yo. Good game. He didn't do the route he supposed to have did. Yeah. Yeah. I would break this streak. He didn't do his curl back. He didn't do his curl back. Like.
He's just like, no, he just posts my work there and I can't have. They're mine. Those are mine. You don't take them.
Good day.
Alright, I got it. It's been 2 hours and 26 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. What is it, Monday? I wanted to start this week early, so let me hop on the last thing. Let me talk to my people. I went almost